Welcome to the VC3 News Update. I am Shanette Hackshaw with the top local news stories for today. In order to review development progress and set goals for next year's UN Conference on SIDS in Antigua and Barbuda, the 16 small island developing states in the Caribbean are meeting in depth in Kingstown, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. According to this country's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Kisal Peters, due to our small size, geographic location, and particular vulnerabilities, our region is complex. She said that there must be a clear path laid out on the way forward.
Our region is complex, but we share a special bond. Due to our small size and geographic positioning and our unique vulnerabilities. The effects of a changing climate and intense natural disasters, the impacts of various exogenous economic shocks, and cascading impacts of global political instability are major factors on our development. We must therefore continue to collectively advocate, coordinate, and partner to further enhance our sustainable development agenda. It is imperative for us that the special case of SIDS be translated into action.
The minister went on to say that during the meeting, it must be acknowledged that the region is still battling old systemic barriers, whilst also battling new challenges.
We must acknowledge that we are not only faced with new and rapidly evolving challenges, but are still battling old systemic barriers, which have kept us from attaining our highest goals. Though we have made progress in many areas, such progress continues to be overshadowed and may even be considered negligible in light of the limitations that still exist in our recovery, our rebuilding, and resilience efforts.
The Caribbean meeting is the second regional review gathering before the 4th International Conference on Small Island Developing States, which will be held in Antigua and Barbuda in mid-2024. For the Pacific area, there will be one more regional meeting in Tongo, followed by one more interregional summit. The Secretary General of the 4th International Conference on SIDS also addressed the gathering. He said that the first meeting laid out strategies to combat the challenges that SIDS face.
This meeting is the second in a series of the 3 regional consultations. The first took place last month in Mauritius, where the members of the Atlantic, Indian Ocean, and the South China Sea region gathered to discuss the regional obstacles to sustainable development, including a lack of the reliable finance, underdeveloped human and institutional capacity, brain drain, environmental degradation, IUU fishing, and the other challenges. That regional meeting also laid out the promising initiatives, strategies to address these challenges and to make progress towards the SDGs. Now, as the Caribbean takes up the baton, we know that the discussions will deliver and delve deeply into the challenges that the Caribbean nations share with all seas, including climate change and the sea level rise, dependence on the food and energy imports, and the limits of the small size and the remote location. The sessions will also shine a spotlight on vulnerabilities particular to the Caribbeans.
The SIDS Accelerated Modalities of Action Samoa Pathway, a landmark international development agreement agreed in 2014, will be thoroughly evaluated by the Global Conference next year. On Monday, August 21 at 5 p.m., the Carnival Development Corporation will have its annual prize-giving ceremony. This country's Minister of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development and Culture Carlos James, as well as sponsors and CDC officials, would speak during the ceremony. The distribution of trophies and prize money from different competitions will also be covered. The dress code for attendees is sophisticated casual. VC3 Mass 2023 was staged in full effect this year after a scaled-down version in 2022, owing to the COVID-19 pandemic and the volcanic eruptions of 2021. And finally, in our local news story, starting today, Wednesday, August 9, the local portion of the regional ICT event is being held here by the Internet Society of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, ISOC SVG. The Latin America and Caribbean Internet Roadshow, the Caribbean Network Operators Group, the Internet Cooperation for Assigned Names and Numbers are working together to host the event, which has been nicknamed the ICT Roadshow. The roadshow's topic is Internet for All, Securing Our Digital Future, and will take place at the Methodist Church Hall in Kingstown from today, August 9 to the 11th. The Internet Governance Forum was hosted today on the topic, The Impact of Digital Transformation in SVG. Multi-stakeholder organizations and individuals will participate in the session to talk about the exchange best practices related to Internet governance challenges. Additionally, it seeks to advance a shared knowledge of how to take advantage of online possibilities and deal with various difficulties that may develop. The three-day event, according to Roxanne John, president of the ISOC SVG, highlights the significance of setting up a forum for various stakeholders to come together and exchange information and views on Internet growth in SVG. Those are our local news stories. Continue watching on Channel 114 for regional and international news.